This is Stefan Schmidt here from the Dr. Politics blogging central headquarters. Behind me back here you can see some of the stuff my students have brought me from elections in Japan, a beautiful piece of Kenyan cloth with President Barack Obama on it, a poster from one of the former Soviet republics of a policeman admonishing people to behave in a moral way. I like a lot of political paraphernalia, and my students always bring it to me. I wanted to just make a comment for a minute or so about my blog on Africa and on the priorities of the United States when it comes to foreign policy. In that blog, I responded to a former student and friend of mine who is very concerned about the situation in some of the African countries, in particular the brutality against the civilian population. And he said, you know, we can't just sit here and permit more genocide to take place. And when I thought about it, I started making a list of the challenges that President Obama faces in his first year in office, and that he will face in the next 4 years at least. And it became clear that there are so many urgent demands on the U.S. government, so many priorities, that going back to the perennial and unfortunately dreadful situation with human rights, and especially with women's rights and women's condition in Africa, just didn't seem to be one that the president himself could justify spending a lot of time on. On the other hand, I also reported that there was a very good piece of news this week. We're here in early October of 2009, in which Secretary of State Hillary Clinton actually chaired a United Nations meeting at which a resolution was passed that condemned rape as an instrument of war. And the UN will now appoint some representatives to basically begin to try to pursue this problem, to look at governments that are not properly essentially restraining their security forces, or in some cases trying to protect women during wars and civil wars and during times of violence and conflict from this atrocious act of violence, which is rape, and which is not just bad, but it's getting worse. So to me, I guess this week was a sober reminder that even a country like the United States, with all of its resources and its good intentions, just simply can't handle all the balls that are up in the air. I mean, there are only so many balls that a president can juggle, and even somebody as energetic, let's say, as President Obama, can only keep so many of them up in the air. And that is a sobering reminder, I guess. Come back to the blog at DesMoinesRegister.com under Politics Blogs, and please post some comments and give me some suggestions of things that you'd like me to blog about. Take care.